If you are new to YouTube or you're looking to create a new YouTube channel, this video is going to help you. I hope it helps you. I'm going to do my best to provide value. A client of White Collar Advice who's home from federal prison told me he wanted to create a YouTube channel, and he asked my advice. I began to give it to him, and I thought, hey, this could be a good video because I made so many mistakes when I launched the White Collar Advice channel. And I don't profess to be a professional YouTuber. There is no doubt there will be videos out there on advice for YouTube channels from great people that have millions of subscribers, millions of views, and you should watch them. This video is going to come from my perspective, my experience, along with some best practices and some cautionary tales on a YouTube channel. For some background, my channel, the White Collar Advice channel, has more than 6,000 subscribers. I launched the channel in late 2015-ish. I don't post a ton, 1 to 3 videos a month, but I do it in a way where it feels comfortable for me. Some YouTubers stick to a schedule every Wednesday, every Friday, every Sunday. I do videos when I feel like creating content. I don't want to adhere to a schedule that I may not be able to maintain or be forced to create content that I don't think is that compelling because I've set this set schedule. I film when it comes to me and when I have something relevant to share. You've got to decide what makes the most sense for you. I am convinced the world needs all types of minds, and YouTube is a great place to share your expertise, your quirkiness, your nuances, your idiosyncrasies, to really separate who you are as a person. So one of the first tips I give to any new YouTuber, including our clients, is be yourself. Have fun. Some people are going to make fun of you, mock you, not like you, unsubscribe, not subscribe, dislike it. That's okay. It's a wonderful opportunity to be yourself, to find your rhythm, and to speak in a voice that's true for you, to be authentic. And if you can approach it from that perspective, you're going to have more fun. You're going to look forward to creating content while recognizing you're not going to be able to please everyone, nor should you. For example, at White Collar Advice, our channel, we're in like the tiniest segment ever. This channel is focused specifically on preparing white-collar defendants for their experience through the criminal justice system. Tiny, 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 tiny segment. But I understand my audience. I was a former defendant. I did go to prison. I understand their fears, their concerns. I understand how vulnerable they may be. So I speak to my audience in a way that I understand. So you want to create a YouTube channel that's based on actual experience you have, knowledge that you have, which forces you to continue to educate yourself and develop skills, your communication skills. And that's a great thing about YouTube. You can stand out by the way that you communicate, the way you think, the way that you help. It could also be a knock, right? If your channel is kind of on a whim, or you film a video that doesn't have clearly defined takeaways, or you share things that frankly people don't really care about, like, oh, this is what I had for lunch or breakfast. I don't think it's that engaging. I don't think it's going to help people. Sure, there are some YouTube channels that have tens of millions of subscribers, really famous people who post that they got coffee and a donut for breakfast, and it gets 1 million likes. Those are anomalies. That's not really YouTube. The average channel probably has hundreds, few thousand type subscribers. But if you understand your message, and if you can convey it in a way that relates to the person watching, you are going to advance your interest, and you're going to help people, which is the reason that you're really on YouTube. Some cautionary tales to share with you going back years ago when I started doing YouTube videos, and this is crucial for all of you looking to grow your YouTube channel. Own your content. And what I mean is this. I had done some videos years ago on a different YouTube channel, and some of them back in the day went like crazy viral. 400,000, 500,000, 800,000 views talking about life in federal prison, the commissary, education, the showers, whatever. The problem was they were on somebody else's channel. He wanted to interview me. I did. That content led to hundreds of thousands of views. And about 2 years after that content was created, my friend and I decided that we weren't going to partner and work together, which was fine. We're still friends. But as a result of that, he then created his own company, which would work against my company, White Collar Advice. And in so doing, he took down all of those videos. And a very good lead generation tool that I had, these videos encouraging people to call me, went from a lot to zero. And I remember waking up one day with a new baby thinking, my God, my lead flow has gone away. I've been too reliant on YouTube, 1, and 2, so much of my content was on somebody else's channel. From there, I had to recreate so much of it. And frankly, a lot of what I recreated was never as good as the original content that is now no longer there. This is going back to 2014, 2015. So a cautionary tale for all of you: own your own content, put it on your own channel. 2, make sure you're not simply reliant on YouTube. If you're looking to generate leads, if you're looking to have people go to your website and join your newsletter or get a free book or things of that nature, you want to be reliant on many various platforms, from YouTube to Facebook to Instagram. People tend to neglect the value of organic traffic by way of a blog and posting on your website. So too many people are reliant on YouTube for their lead flow, and the concern is maybe you get banned or it's not as popular at some point. I doubt that may happen with YouTube, but as a cautionary tale, own all of your own content. And 2, don't be reliant only on YouTube. So as you're creating your channel, you want to assess, well, what are you trying to accomplish? There are a number of YouTubers out there who have affiliate agreements, sponsorship agreements. They'll post and say this video is sponsored and paid by so-and-so. They may do Google AdWords, where based on how many views they get, they're going to get paid. For people that have tens of thousands of subscribers and get millions of views, that's a great deal for them. In my case, I think the majority of YouTubers, it's to educate, to inspire, to inform, and in so doing, have people reach out to you with hopes that they may want to work with you. So at White Collar Advice, and you've got to make this decision as a new YouTuber. Do you want to optimize your views? Are you looking for affiliates? Are you looking for paid partnerships where you hold up something and say, this video is sponsored by so-and-so? I don't have any interest in doing that. Even some of our videos that get 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 views, I do not turn on ads where I could get paid for it. And I suppose it could lead to some revenues every month, but that isn't the goal for me for YouTube. It is simply educate and inform. Now, something that you should do is have calls to action throughout your video. So a call to action may be, if you'd like to learn more about the way that our team can help you, I encourage you to go to White Collar Advice and grab a free copy of Lessons from Prison. And that is a very simple, subtle call to action. I'm providing value. I'm encouraging people to do something with this video. Now, a lot of YouTubers early in their videos will say, if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. That's fine. I don't really do that. I think it's obvious if you like the video, you should subscribe. So I rarely say that, though of course some do, and there are best practices people who would tell you to do that. I don't. I think it's obvious if you like the video, you're going to subscribe. But people absolutely do that. But I am a big proponent of calls to action. So you should spend some time creating a nice banner that encourages people to go to your website to get that free newsletter or white paper or book or market research report. You want there to be clearly defined takeaways in the video besides likes, which I don't think are as significant as people think on YouTube, or dislikes, or even subscribers. What I've learned in my videos that have really gained traction, and something all of you need to think about, is watch time. I look at videos that have organically gotten 50,000 views, like 12 questions to ask a lawyer, or first day in federal prison that is approaching a couple 100,000 views. It's watch time. The longer somebody watches the video, the more YouTube is going to put into their algorithm that this is providing value to people because they're continuing to watch. So it's very easy as a new YouTuber to become obsessed, and I have fallen victim to that as well, with how many likes. Oh, I thought this was such a great video and it has 37 views. This is so disappointing, and why don't I have more comments? If you are truly committed to a content schedule and truly committed to providing value, it's going to happen. The irony is some videos that I think are so fantastic and great get very few likes, don't get that many views, maybe 300, 400, 500 views. And some videos that are like, whatever, blah, I'm going to knock out a video today, gets 15, 20,000 views. And you'll watch the numbers and the watch time and think, wow, that's surprising. The point is, put some expectations aside. If you commit to creating content, if you understand your market, and if you're authentic, if you follow your own style. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share 2 YouTubers who I follow a lot, who I admire. One of them I actually work with. But if you go to their channels, you're going to see why it grows so dramatically. You're going to see why people continue to come back and leave comments and get engaged and watch. Not just because they provide a lot of value and have a ton of content, but they have a unique style. They're not boring. They're not blah. They're not someone you forget about in just moments and seconds. So while some of what you say may be repellent to some people and they may not like it, indeed, even in my space, I've been called arrogant, entitled, all of these things that you can imagine. And Okay. But there are also a lot of people that find a lot of value in it. So I understand my audience. And you do develop thicker skin as a YouTuber. You're putting yourself out there for the world to dissect and examine and break it down. And with that is going to come a great deal of criticism. So if you're not prepared for criticism, if you're not prepared to post what you think is a great video and get 9 views, YouTube is not for you. You've got to commit to it. It's going to take time. You've got to enjoy it. But it really is an opportunity for you to stand out. And you actually never know who's watching. That's the beautiful part about it. By way of YouTube and creating content that helps people in my very, very, very tiny niche audience, you never know who's watching. For example, I had the privilege a few years ago to sit for a very lengthy interview with Dr. Phil. And when I met Dr. Phil at the Paramount Studios, I didn't think that he knew me. I figured some booker on his team reached out. And before we went on air, I said, I'm curious, when did you become aware of my work? And he said, Justin, I've been watching your videos for several years. I was just waiting for an opportunity to bring you on. And a part of me thought, sure, Dr. Phil's placating me. He doesn't have time to watch videos. And from there, he specifically commented on a video that only got like 300 or 400 views. He specifically commented on a video that I had filmed 2 years earlier, and from then he watched a lot of the videos. The point is, even if you get 200 or 300 views, you never know who's watching. I've had the opportunity to contribute to a Netflix movie earlier this year on the Varsity Blues case. The producers, how did they found me? They went to YouTube. They typed in white collar prison. My videos came up. They watched, they interviewed me, they hired me. I was involved in it. You never know who's watching, but if you're authentic and know your market, and if you enjoy it, you're going to be okay. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. And slowly but surely, subscribers are going to grow. You're going to get more likes and more comments. But I just want to be very careful about the obsessing over the views and the likes. I get it. I've been there. I want to talk to you about some of the tools I use as a new YouTuber, and I continue to use them to this day. Thumbnails are important. The title is important. I don't create titles for what's called clickbait. So you put it on there and it gets 1 million views, but no watch time and nobody watches it. So the thumbnail you create should be engaging. The title should relate to the video that you're going to film. Google's not stupid. Google, of course, owns YouTube. They know if you're looking to create titles only to get people to click it but not actually watch, and I believe they're gonna penalize you for that. They're not going to promote your work. So to create thumbnails in the past, I've used Fiverr.com. I had the banner for my YouTube channel made at Fiverr for just like $20 or $30, and at the bottom of the banner, I encourage people to go to a page on the website to get a free copy of Lessons from Prison, and they then get into my marketing funnel where I'm looking to deliver them more and more and more value. So Fiverr is a very good tool to get things made, thumbnails, banners, things made pretty inexpensively. I also use rev.com to have some of the videos transcribed. So I may film a 10 or 20 minute video. It could be 1,500 or 2,000 words. I will then have that video transcribed. Someone on my team will edit it and actually post it as a blog on the White Collar Advice sites. Now you're beginning to get that Google ranking on the website in addition to the video. You have the content by way of the video. Go to rev.com and get it transcribed. ScreenFlow is a very good tool. I am filming this video right now on ScreenFlow. So if you have a Mac, ScreenFlow records the screen. You can do editing within ScreenFlow. If you have a PC, I believe it's Camtasia, where you can use the ScreenFlow, or you can use the ScreenFlow recording and all that good stuff. A good old selfie stick. This is like my 9th selfie stick because I tend to lose them and break them and whatnot. But sometimes some of my best videos are when I get a call from a prospect calling to complain about something that's happened in his life or case, and I'm like, that would be a really great video. I'm going to pull out my selfie stick and knock out a video. So this is like $7. Another tool I use is TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy allows you to measure how many people are watching it, how many subscribers you're getting, the watch time of, for example, of the last 10 videos, where does this new one rank with click-through rates and watch time and things of that nature. So you begin to get a semblance of what's working, what is not working. So TubeBuddy, it's like $3 or $4 a month, but it's a very good tool as you begin to grow your channel, as you begin to really assess what it is you're trying to do. Now, something you should never do as a new YouTuber is try to buy subscribers. or buy views or likes. If you searched long enough, you would find some YouTube channels that probably have 20 or 30,000 subscribers. But you look at a video that's been posted and it has 80 views or 200 views with no engagement. And right off the bat, you tell yourself, well, how could a channel with so many views, or it has 10,000 subscribers, it gets 100 views? What's going on here? In some cases, the people may not be engaged, but I know in some cases, because people will get banned from YouTube, and it's in the policy. If you go through YouTube and you read it, they will ban you if you try to buy subscribers. They will ban you if you try to manipulate and influence them. They're not dumb. They want people to come to YouTube who are interested in your content. They want to promote your content for the right reason. So you can fully expect, despite the obsession of wanting to grow a channel and get likes and get subscribers, sometimes in that singular pursuit, you can get placed in this penalty box and people get their channels banned. It comes back to what I said earlier in this video, where don't be solely reliant on YouTube for all of your organic traffic to your website. You want to explore and use every platform possible. But I know of people who, and I've read case studies of people who had very large channels and got banned. Do not manipulate the process. Don't fool YouTube. They have more money. The people are smart. They understand the algorithms. They will punish you. There's no doubt I have posted videos and thought, man, these are great videos. They should get more views. And I said, I got to do better. I got to provide more value. I got to help more. But I approach it from the long game. I approach it from, if I continue to provide value, if I continue to help people, I'm going to find the right people, whether I get 80 views, 800 views, or in some cases with our videos, 50,000 or 100,000 views. Something that you have to think about is, how long do you want your videos to be? Again, some people really organize it. They've really structured it. They make videos that look like it's a Hollywood movie with the editing and the formatting, and that's one approach. My approach is, I'm going to pull out my selfie stick. I'm going to sit down, and based on something that's happened in the white-collar prison world or sentencing world, I'm going to provide value. I'm simply going to help. So I'm not big into the crazy editing that makes it look like a Hollywood movie. Some of my videos are 3 minutes, some are 30 minutes. The video should be as long as it needs to be to answer the person's questions, their concerns, the person that is choosing to invest their precious time. And it's also an opportunity for them to get to know you, which leads to more advice I have for YouTubers, which is, how personal do you want to be? Do you just want to be facts? Do you just want to be, these are the facts and I'm going to move on? I think it's good to open up a little bit. I think it's good to be yourself. I'm self-deprecating. I can poke fun at myself. I do poke fun at myself in my videos. I address my weaknesses and strengths and things that I do poorly, places I need to improve. I just want to be myself. Some people that resonates with, some people say, hey man, you ramble, you talk too much. Get to the point. Okay. This channel isn't for everyone, and I want you to recognize your channel may not be for everyone. And if you are trying to please everyone, if you're trying to make your video universal, then I think you're making a mistake. Focus and understand who your audience is, and you also have to take it seriously from day one. I think some people inadvertently say, well, I'm going to randomly do this, and when it begins to take off, when it begins to grow, I'm really going to commit to it. I didn't do that. When I lost all those videos, many of them went viral with millions of views way back when, I knew starting from scratch would be humbling and hard. And I didn't tell myself, well, I'm just going to do a handful, and then when they begin to pick up traction and steam, I'm going to continue. My advice for all of you, whether you set that schedule or you do it when things come to you, you've got to treat it like a full-time job from the beginning. Only then is it going to grow. If you say, well, I'm going to do it after I get to 1,000 subscribers or after I get enough likes, well, you need to do it the other way. You need to act from the beginning like you have a big channel. You need to act from day one like at some point tens of thousands of people are going to see it. Because I mentioned earlier, you never actually know who's watching. You never know who's going to come across it. I mean, YouTube is like a time machine. This content will be available for years to come. You post a story on Facebook, it's gone. Instagram, it's gone. It doesn't have the leg life of YouTube. And you know what? If you don't like it, you can always take it down. But there's also some value in documenting it. There's also some value in articulating. I'm new here on YouTube. I'm learning how the system works. But let's get right in. I want to provide a lot of value. And that comes to another tip or advice that I have for YouTubers. I wouldn't waste a whole lot of time going through an overview of the video. Hi everyone, thank you for watching. In this video, oh, is everyone joining? Is everyone here? As if you have 1,500 people waiting and watching. Get into the content. People are busy. People go online looking to, read about something, and 3 minutes later they're watching cats jump through hoops on YouTube. People are busy. They're distracted. Get into the freaking content. So a lot of my videos, it's not, hi, I'm Justin McPerney with White Collar Advice, and I know you're busy, and thank you for watching. And by the way, while you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I suppose you can do that. I do it differently. I just start off with a story. But let's get going. Let's party. I want to provide value to you. I know you're exceptionally busy, and I know you are looking for value, and I want to help. Another great advice or tip I have for YouTube is the way that you're going to distribute the work, the way that you're going to share it. Now, the reason I mention using other platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn or growing your list is because then you can then share your work. So for example, if I post a video, there's maybe 10,000 people or so on our newsletter at White Collar Advice. So 10,000 people have chosen to give us their email address, have given us permission to market them. And those leads may have come from YouTube, may have come from someone who reads a blog, media, things that they have seen. So we have 10,000 people on our list. So when we post, not every time, but sometimes when we post a video on YouTube, it's like, well, now what? It's just, is YouTube going to promote it? How do you get into their algorithm? Sometimes you get lucky, they promote it. Sometimes they don't. It's just odd the way it works. So you've got to be proactive. So my advice for all of you is you've got to grow your list. If people are coming there, yes, it's great to ask them to subscribe and check that bell and notification when you post a video. And I know when you post that video, you're hoping that everyone who gets the notification from YouTube will watch it, but that doesn't happen all that much. I can tell you people that subscribe, who click that bell, it accounts for like 5 to 10% of the watch. People will get to it then when they have time, or they won't watch it. So something I encourage all of you to do as a new YouTuber is, where are you going to share the video once you post it? So for example, when I post a video, I'll go to LinkedIn. I have probably 1,500 connections on LinkedIn. I will post a video. So if I film a video on how to prepare for a federal sentencing hearing, I will go to LinkedIn, I will post the video with a little write-up, post it. Within YouTube, I can tell how much of my traffic is coming from LinkedIn. If there's 10,000 people on our list, I will simultaneously work on a broadcast email to everyone in our CRM. That email will go, in fact, I've written the email before I've even hit post on the YouTube video. Okay, so I'll write the email, I'll post the YouTube video. I'll then take that YouTube link, insert it into the email I'm going to send out to the list, and boom, it's going out to thousands of people. Now, maybe 1,000 or 2,000 of them open the email, maybe 3 to 1,000 of them actually click it and go to YouTube. So if you look at some of our videos, they get 500, 1,000, 500, 10,000 views. Within YouTube, you can see how much of that is organic, how much of that is YouTube putting it in front of people to watch, but how much of it is external from Facebook or LinkedIn or from the White Collar Advice website. So I will always stress, I don't want you simply to be reliant on YouTube for growing your business or getting traffic. You want to use all of these platforms, but after you've invested the time to create this video, you want to share it through all of these platforms, and that's the Facebook, the Instagram, the LinkedIn, your website. Email it out to your list. It does no good to create best-in-class content that's going to help people if nobody's going to find it. And for that reason, I would just not be reliant on YouTube to show it. You've really got to get out in front of this and be proud. Be proud to share the content. Be proud that you've created something that you really believe is going to help people. A few more things I'm going to touch on in this new advice, for YouTubers. I do insert words, so descriptions and keywords of that nature. They're not as important as they used to be. I think people may film a video that, cover some of these topics, but then within the YouTube description, they're going to put in all these words to try to keyword stuff it. So if someone Googles it, this video will pop up. If those keywords are not covered within the video, don't expect YouTube to promote it to people just because you've inserted in the description. In fact, YouTube tells you when you post a video, these keywords, these descriptions, frankly mean very little. I do write a description for every video, 300 to 400 words. I do include links to schedule a call. I do put in there if you'd like a free copy of Lessons from Prison. So throughout the video, I'm or the descriptions, I'm always inserting calls to action. You want people to actually do something. And on my end, it's not a subscription. It's not a like or a dislike, frankly, or a comment. I'm hoping they go to White Collar Advice and get a copy of Lessons from Prison. And I hope they read it and see that our team can provide a lot of value and help. And they may want to help, hop on a call with our team. But the beauty of YouTube is it can help people whether they call you or not. Every day, our team gets emails and text messages and calls from people that say, hey, it didn't work with your team. I don't think I had a budget. I didn't want to waste your time, but I've been watching all of your videos. I'm so grateful for what you've done. Thank you. You've really helped me. So whether someone hires our team or not, we're helping people, and it's awesome. And it's a service that I needed. And that's a great way for you to think about creating content. Have you gone through a struggle? Have you struggled, for work or ups and downs in relationships or substance abuse, whatever it may be? How did you get out of it? What type of content helped you get out of it? Was it a book? Was it a video? Was it a mentor? So in my case, when I was a defendant, I struggled. I made a lot of bad decisions. I regretted how I prepared before I went to federal prison. So sometimes when I sit down and create content, I'll think, what would have helped me when I was a defendant? Well, my channel, White Collar Advice, would have helped me. It was realistic, honest information that really would have helped me. And it's so fulfilling, whether somebody hires our team or not, that we help them. And that's what you can do with YouTube. So that's like the best advice. Be authentic, help people, and be yourself. Be quirky, be funny. Just be yourself. It's an opportunity to stand out. As I said earlier, the world needs all types of minds. Be yourself, have fun. As I close this video on my advice for new YouTubers, I had mentioned a couple of channels that have really influenced me, and I'll put up a link to them. I encourage you to go there. The first is an author, Mark Manson, who has written 2 best-selling books. One is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. The other is a book about hope. Mark has a great channel with nearly 400,000 subscribers. I love his channel. I watch most of his videos. Some are 30 minutes or an hour. Besides the incredible content that he produces, look at his style, right? He has fun with it. He'll poke fun at himself. He has great images. He's not afraid to swear and be confrontational. He's just being himself, but he's educating. If you look at the engagement in his channel, the comments, the subscription growth, he's in it for the right reasons. Sure, he may promote his book and encourage people to buy the book and encourage people to subscribe. He probably has ads turned on because when you get hundreds of thousands of views a video, Google's going to promote that, and there's going to be a lot of AdWord payments to him, and he probably has sponsorship deals and all that. Great. He's rich. He should be rich. He provides a lot of value. The point is, look at his authenticity. Look at the way he teaches. Look at the way that he is himself. For you to have any success in YouTube, even though it may be off-putting to some people, you've simply got to be yourself. You've got to enjoy it. If you look at this like a chore or work, like, oh my goodness, I have to knock out a video today, it's not going to work. People are going to see that you don't care. People are going to see that it feels like a job. I want you to get excited. I want you to provide value. The second YouTube channel is my good friend, happens to be my golf coach. His name is Tom Segudo. He runs a channel, Segudo Golf. I think when I reached out to Tom, he had 80,000 subscribers. Now he's up to 113,000 subscribers in just a few months. He's getting 400 to 500 subscribers a day. Why? Well, he's a very good golf coach, but I can assure you there are people on YouTube that know just as much about golf as him, who can offer similar insights and takeaways. But what makes him great is his style, the way he teaches. He makes it fun. The things he says, like, I'm going to take you to the land of milk and honey, and he's just very funny. You look at his comments, there are people on that are like, Tom, I'm not even a golfer, but I'm on this channel just because I like watching you. You're you're uplifting, you're upbeat, you're smart, you're funny, you make this game fun, you really care, you're authentic, you're genuine. I freaking come back and I don't even play golf. I just like to watch you. So Mark Manson, besides the obvious expertise and advice, has a style. Tom Segudo at Segudo Golf. And you can tell when you're getting 500 to 1,000 subscribers a day, you're doing something right. Watch those videos. I'm going to put links up there and you're going to watch it and think, this dude's got a style to him. That's why they're excelling. That's why they're standing out. So that's why some channels get a couple hundred subscribers and never really grow. People are adhering to a system, or they put themselves in a box that they think they need to adhere to based on what people want to see, or based on what they've been told, or they immediately go into YouTube to sell. Buy me, hire me. No, YouTube is not for selling. YouTube is for teaching. And if you teach enough, and if you advise enough, it's going to be assumed, it's going to be matter of fact that people are going to opt in to get that report or get that Lessons from Prison book or subscribe and say, maybe this guy can help you. Then it gets to the point, if you provide enough value, if they call you because you can help them, they may then say, Or this is what people frequently say when they speak with me. Justin, I've been watching your videos for years. I feel like I know you. Well, that makes the sales process easier, but it's also great because they feel like they know me. They've watched and invested so much time. So I want you to go to Mark Manson and watch his videos. Even if you're not a golfer, look at the style that Tom Seguro has, and you'll see why they're having so much success on YouTube. So thank you to all of you for watching this video. I hope as you've created a new YouTube channel, or you're looking to grow your channel, that some of the advice that I offered here was helpful for you. Provide value, have a lot of fun with it. YouTube is literally a time machine, and someday it will be fun to look back at videos that you've created. I do that too. I look back to some videos in 2015, 16 and think, God, that sucked. That was awful. What was I thinking? That was terrible. And a part of me is like, hey, I'm glad it's there. It helps someone. I would do it differently now years later, but it's there. It's there for posterity. It's on the record. And have fun with it. So thank you so much for watching this video. A little out of the realm for what I do at White Collar Advice, focusing primarily on prison and sentencing and my tiny, tiny, tiny white collar crime world niche. But I wanted to film this video. I hope it helped you. Goodbye.